Hey guys, so this is going to be our top 5 most anticipated movies of 2021. 2020 brought a few movies, but 2021 looks very promising for how many movies are coming out. A lot of big movies. I'm going to go over which ones are coming out. Generally, about 20 of them. We got Tom and Jerry coming out, No Time to Die, Quiet Place 2, Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It, Venom, Let There Be Carnage, Top Gun, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, Jungle Cruise, Hotel Transylvania 4, The Suicide Squad, Eternals, Halloween Kills, Mission Impossible 7, and then a new Spider-Man movie, and Godzilla vs. Kong, obviously, being the biggest one for us. Well, I explode it. Being a very big movie. But we're going to go over the top 5. So, do you want to start?
Yeah, so checking in at number 5 on my top 5 most anticipated films of 2021 just happens to be A Quiet Place 2, which was actually, I'm pretty sure, the first film of 2020 to be canceled from its original release date. If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure that's what it was.
Definitely keeps coming out.
Because I remember we were going to go see it. It was like spring break, and then all of a sudden, everything happened that happened. And here we are now with this movie coming out in 2021, and I think I really liked A Quiet Place. It was a really cool film. I've never seen that type of movie before, where you can't talk. The acting was phenomenal, from the kids to the adults. It was really just an overall great film, really good. I would say it's like a horror / thriller type film, and I definitely wanted to see, because it ended on a cliffhanger. We're like, oh, how's this going to continue? And obviously, this film looks like it's going to continue on from that, as well as showing some stuff from before. But again, A Quiet Place 2 definitely is a film that I'm very excited to see this year, and that checks in at number 5 on my top 5 list.
I have the same 5 with A Quiet Place 2. A Quiet Place 2, or Quiet Place was a really good movie. I was very interested by it, but I was left with a lot of questions. I wish they would have explained a lot of stuff, and I was hoping they'd explain the stuff before, and that's why I'm really excited to see this one, because they're going to actually go over, apparently, what happened before, how it started, and just have more information about the monsters in the movie. So I'm definitely excited about that. The first one was really interesting and unique. And I am interested to see where they go with Quiet Place 2.
So checking number 4 is Conjuring 3, or Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It. This is a film that I'm very excited to see. Ever since Conjuring 2 came out, I've been waiting for the sequel to come out, even though I'm not sure it's really a sequel per se, but it is in the same universe, and it's going to be called Conjuring. Because
is it directed by James Wan?
I don't think so, actually.
Yeah.
I'll double check on that, but no matter what, the first 2 Conjurings are absolutely 10 out of 10. It's great horror films, probably some of the best horror films in the last decade, without a doubt. And it has Ed and Lorraine Warren, Patrick Wilson, and Vera Farmiga, the 2 great actors in our time right now, so especially in horror films. I'm excited to see what they do with it, because again, the first 2 films were just phenomenal. And I'm even more excited too, because the last time we saw them was kind of a letdown film, in my opinion, with Annabelle Comes Home. Yep. So I'm hoping to see a much better comeback in that universe, because I think it's a great universe, great potential. They do it right, and I'm a huge horror fan as well. So I'm excited for this film, because I think we're due for a really good one to come out here this year in Conjuring 3.
Yeah, that's not on my list, but I am really excited for that. I love basically all those horror movies. I'm definitely excited for that one. But number 4 on my list is The Suicide Squad. The first Suicide Squad movie, which is apparently, this is a reboot. Apparently the first one doesn't exist. I don't know how much they connect to it. But I know you love Suicide Squad.
I think it does connect.
I thought it was good, and it's aged well. I like it a lot more now. I keep liking it more I watch it. And it's a good movie. I don't like it as much as you, but I definitely thought there was a lot of great things about it. I know there's a lot of new characters coming up in this movie. I know one of the best parts of the movie was Harley Quinn, and she's one of the only people returning in this group. There's a few others, like Rick Flag and them, but I'm really interested in this movie. I'm more intrigued than excited, because there's so many weird characters like the Weasel and King Shark. That looks really cool, and I am really excited for that. It's a group movie, but it looks crazy, and a bunch of cool different characters in it. I am really excited for that one. And that is number 4 on my list.
Yeah, building off of that, number 3 for my list is The Suicide Squad, and honestly, it would be higher for me if it wasn't for the stuff going on off behind the scenes, with the comments being made about if it's part of the DCEU or it's not. It's, as far as we know, it's part of the DCEU, and it's supposed to be. I've heard people say, the director himself said, okay, someone said, is it a sequel or is it a reboot? And he said it's both, or it's not either. I'm like, it has to be one or the other. And in my opinion, since I love Suicide Squad, like you said, it's a 10 out of 10 for me. I have so many posters of it. I love Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn so much, and it's just, I really like that first film a lot. I have so much fun with it. And the fact that they're bringing back Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn, they're bringing back Jai Courtney as Captain Boomerang. They're also bringing back Viola Davis as Amanda Waller. I'm pretty sure they're bringing back Rick Flag. And like you said, I'm so excited to see how these new players join the team and like interact with the characters. Like, that's what I love the most about Suicide Squad. The first one in 2016 was how the characters played off each other. I thought there was great chemistry, and I hope the same thing for this one. I'm just really hoping that this film is part of the DCU because I'm a big DC guy, and that it just is like more of a sequel-ish type film and not an Elseworld story. Else I will really hate this film a lot if they do that, and like they make a point to do it. So yeah, I'm really excited for this film, and I'm very intrigued as well.
So 3 on my list is going to be Black Widow, which is a movie that I feel like was supposed to come out 10 years ago, and is a movie that was overdue even when it was supposed to come out, but now it's been delayed so much. Going to be coming out in May, and this is a movie I'm really excited for. The trailers have been really good. Seeing him in theaters has gotten me more excited about it. The action looks really good, and it looks like a movie. I mean, we'll wait and see. But it really looks like a good movie with good characters, and the action looks really fun. It looks like a great Marvel movie. And it's been a while since we've got a great solo Marvel movie. It's some great action, and I'm really excited for it. I hope they do that. And as Black Widow's a character we all know and love, and I'm really excited for that movie. And it looks very promising, and I have my fingers crossed for that movie.
Yeah, just because Black Widow's not on my list, I'm definitely excited for that. And honestly, it's probably the most excited I am, or I guess the highest Marvel film that I'm most excited for 2021, without a doubt. Like you said, the trailers look great. There looks like there's a great villain in it, and obviously Black Widow's a great character. But like, obviously she passed on in the last big like Marvel movie, the big like Avengers Endgame movie. So it's kind of cool to see her on the screen again and to see what they do with it. But again, I'm very excited for that as well. But checking in at number 2 for me is a big one in Halloween Kills. This one is a movie that I'm very, very excited for. The first Halloween in 2018 was an absolute just boss film from start to finish. It was just great. There was maybe like one negative in it that was very small, and it was like not too big of a deal. But other than that, great film. It started out just epic and ended epic with even the end credits scene. I'm just so excited to see what they do with this, and the fact that they announced this with basically like a 2-film deal basically just makes me even more excited. And the title Halloween Kills is just a boss name. I hope they continue to do the same stuff that they did in 2018 with Halloween. Because again, if they do anything like that, I'm gonna love this film a lot. So I'm very excited to see Halloween Kills when it comes out this year in 2021. It checks in at number 2 on my top 5 list.
Yeah, at number 2, I had the same movie with Halloween Kills. Halloween was such a phenomenal film. I remember that was one of the best theater experiences I've ever had. And it was just great to be in a theater, and it was a great Halloween vibe. I know we're not really in the Halloween theme right now. It's a while away. But a great Halloween, like, feeling, and it was just so many cool, unique scenes. You got Laurie Strode coming back from the original, and just a really interesting character. You got Michael just looking like a boss. The mask just looks so cool, and just, I mean, it just, the director of the first one knew what to do, and so I'm really excited to see what they continue with this character to do in the next one. I know I've talked about the first one way too much, but I'm really excited for this next one because of the direction that they look like they're on, and what I hope they will continue. So that's number 2 on my list.
Yeah, I think we both agree on, like, the reason why this film was so good in 2018, why we're so excited for the next one, is because the director and the people involved in this film respected the character from the original films. They did not trash the guy. They built off of what was the lore in the first place and respected the lore and the character and did him justice. Not like a lot of films you see today where they just screw over so many characters with like how they're supposed to be. And for number 1 on my list for the most anticipated film for 2021, which honestly it's not much of a shocker in my opinion because
I'm kidding.
They're very lucky that they're still number 1 on this list because they've done a very good job of trying to push us away from being excited for this film in Godzilla vs. Kong. It's about dang time for us to get a trailer for this movie. I feel like we've been saying this for the last 2 years, and it's not even just that. It's also what they've been doing on the side with like blocking videos, like copy striking people for like getting like a millisecond clip of someone like standing up,
a blurry image.
Like it's been ridiculous because I mean I understand with like all the delays and stuff because they had to do it to a certain degree, but to not give it a poster really or like a trailer really is like it's really hurting my excitement. But as you can see, it's still my number 1 film that I'm most anticipated or most excited for. Because obviously Godzilla vs. Kong, I'm a huge MonsterVerse fan from the beginning with Godzilla 2014 to Kong Skull Island and Godzilla King of the Monsters. All great films in my opinion, really awesome fun. And I'm hoping to see an epic fight here between 2 of the most iconic big kaijus in the history of kaiju films. So hopefully it's an epic film. I'm very excited for it. It's without a doubt my #1 and most anticipated film in the year of 2021.
Yeah, #1 for me is Godzilla vs. Kong. Obviously, this channel, we cover a lot of monster stuff. I love covering monsters, and all the MonsterVerse movies so far I've liked. And it's a great universe, and I obviously love the Pacific Rim movies, the Godzilla Kong movies. And this movie, no matter what happens, I mean, even though they strike the channel for a blurry image, they just constantly are taking things down and making it seem like they don't want people to see this movie, it still is most anticipated.
Yeah.
This is an epic... That's just the name of this movie alone, with the effects we have now, is just something that everyone's going to want to see, in my opinion. I am so excited for this still. Godzilla and Kong are two of the most legendary monsters ever, and to see that fight is just... This is honestly endgame level of hype for a movie, because this is really the endgame of this universe. I hope they keep going. But, like, just, it can't get much bigger than this, honestly. And this is a massive movie, and it's easily the top of my list for the most anticipated movie of 2021, and hopefully it comes out in May, and we will be seeing it, and it's relatively soon, and if we get one even decent trailer for this, then my hype will be through the roof even more.
I guess lastly, just before we close it off here, how about we just like say what film we think will be the best out of the 5 that we listed, as far as like which one will like be the best film, our favorite out of the list. Obviously, #1 is the most anticipated, but like which one will actually come through and be the best one, and which one do you have the most like confidence in, or which one's gonna like which one will be the best one?
Which one will surprise you the most?
I think so. Basically, for me, the one out of my top 5 that I would say is gonna surprise the most and become my favorite film out of this list of 5. Obviously, I hope they all are great, but I ultimately have to end up going with I'm gonna go with Conjuring 3. The Devil Made Me Do It, because. Yeah. I really think like there's been a lot of misses in this universe the last couple films, maybe 2 or 3 films, and The Nun, Annabelle Comes Home, and basically La Llorona. I think we're due for a really good Conjuring film, addition to the Conjuring universe, because while those films were okay, there's nothing been close to Conjuring 2 since 2017, so it's like 3 years ago. I think we're really due for a really good horror film in addition to the Conjuring universe, so I think that's definitely my prediction for which one I like the most out of the top 5 that I listed.
Yeah, it's kind of tricky. I guess the most surprising one, I think Godzilla vs. Kong is going to be the best movie of the year. I think just based on just seeing those two go up against each other, I just can't see how it wouldn't. I have such high expectations for most of these movies that I don't think I'll be surprised. I think I'll be surprised by Suicide Squad, because I think it'll be better, a really good group movie. I think it might surprise me, because I mean I'm interested in it, but I'm not really seeing how it'll work. I think that movie has a chance to really jump up to maybe possibly my favorite movie of the year, possibly based on what they do, because there's a lot of great actors in that movie and interesting characters. I think that has a chance to be the best movie of 2021. And
team movies are, I do have a kind of a major, like, I do like team movies a lot. This the whole aspect of like the Guardians, Avengers, Justice League. It's just kind of cool seeing a group of people come together, especially when there's like kind of controversy building up to it. So exactly. So anyways, guys, this was our video breaking down our top 5 most anticipated films of 2021. Let us know down in the comments what you guys have in your top 5.
Yeah, make sure you let us know. And I have a versus video should be coming out soon next week or in the next few days. Been working with some new animation, so hopefully get that out as soon as I can.
So thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.